Right, we are now going to talk about plant disease monitoring for scheduling control. Remember, if we are monitoring the pest, we want to plan for its control. And also we want to assess what kind of yield losses which we can get due to the presence of that pest. So plant disease monitoring for scheduling control measures and predicting crop yield loss. Disease monitoring, just like insect pest monitoring, it is critical to know the amount of disease that is present in crops. Presence or absence of disease may not be critical. The disease has to exceed a certain threshold before it reduces crop yield. So there's a certain amount of disease which can threaten crop yields. Small amount of disease could have little effect. So the amount of disease is measured as the proportion of crop population that is infected. Disease incidence. Alright, we call that disease incidence. Or proportion of area of plant or plant organ, leaf that is affected, we call that disease severity. So there are two things to note. There's disease incidence, which is the proportion of crops which are infected. Then disease severity, if you look at each plant, to what extent is it affected by that disease? So that is disease severity. Assessment of plant diseases and effect on crop yield. Developing descriptive growth stage key for a particular crop species in question. So various crops, we have got certain keys in terms of disease infestation, which can actually give us an idea about crop yield loss. Developing methods to assess the incidence and severity of disease. So we should develop some methods to assess incidence, which is the proportion of crops affected, and the severity of disease, that is the development of the disease on individual crops. Developing statistically sound method of sampling crop populations for the assessment of the amount of disease. So we need some proper methods to estimate the amount of disease. Estimating the negative impact of particular level of disease on crop yield and